What's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be answering a big question that I get quite often, which is, should I go after cybersecurity degrees or certifications? Let's get into it. Okay, so in this video, we're going to be answering the big question, which is, should I go after cybersecurity degrees or certifications? And let me just say, this is a question that I get quite often on LinkedIn, on Twitter, which, by the way, you guys can go ahead and follow me. I'll drop the social links down in the description below. I also get it on my Discord server quite often as well, where people will just shout out and be like, hey, I am about to graduate high school. I want to go into cybersecurity. Should I go after my bachelor's degree in cybersecurity, or can I just go do something else, go study something else and just get certifications? What should I do? If you're going to take away one thing from this video, take this away. You do not need a bachelor's degree in cybersecurity. You may need a bachelor's degree depending on the job. It doesn't necessarily have to be in cybersecurity. Now, do you need certifications? I would say 90% of the time, yeah. You should probably have a few certifications, but you don't necessarily need to have a cybersecurity bachelor's degree. Okay, now let's go into the details on that topic in this video. So, why do you not need a degree in cybersecurity to get a job in cybersecurity? Okay, so the reason why is because most recruiters and companies and most hiring managers, all they care about when it comes to college degrees is that you have one. If they care at all, it is just to make sure that you have one. Usually it's just kind of like a weeding out process. They just want to make sure that you were able to stick it out for a whole 4 years and get that degree, because it shows you have work ethic. It shows you have tenacity. It shows you have grit and you're willing to put in the sacrifice for the long term. So it kind of does speak a little bit more about your character versus your actual knowledge in cybersecurity. And let me tell you why. Most universities are not teaching relevant information on cybersecurity today. They do teach the high-level principles. They will teach you the CIA triad. They will teach you some other concepts like, maybe some network security concepts, or how to develop a few scripts in Python or Java or something like that. They will teach you some of those things, but it's not necessarily going to be what you're going to be dealing with on the field, in the job. You're probably not going to learn about security for AWS or Azure or something like that, right? You're going to be learning more of the outdated concepts or the high level concepts, if you will. So is it worth it? No. If you don't have a degree and you want to get a degree, it's a great path. I mean, why not go ahead and get your degree in cybersecurity and then top it off with some certifications, and you're on your way. You're on your way to a nice, successful career in cybersecurity. If you already have a degree in something else like history or political science, don't waste your time with the cybersecurity one. Don't put yourself in that much debt. Just go ahead and pile on some cybersecurity certifications, maybe pick up an internship or do a couple labs, maybe some hack the box labs or something like that, and then start applying. You should be just fine. And if you're not finding anything, feel free to comment and let me know. I'd be more than happy to help you out. Okay, so let's talk to those people who have a bachelor's degree in something other than information technology or cybersecurity or something like that. All right, if you are one of those people, let's say you have a degree in interdisciplinary studies or something like that. You don't need to go and get another degree. Just don't do that, all right? Go after some certifications. If you have IT experience, depending on how much you have, if you have like 1 to 3 years IT experience, jump into your Security Plus. Go after the Security Plus, or go after the ISC Square SSCP. I'll drop links down in the description below where you can go and find these wonderful certification and their courses and all that. Go after those because they're entry-level cybersecurity certifications. They're not easy, but they're also not extremely difficult. And with some good studying, maybe a few months or a few weeks, depending on how efficient you are, you should be able to pass those certifications, get them under your belt, and move on to the next thing. Now, here's the thing. If you are somebody that has 1 to 3 years experience, do not jump for the CISSP. While you're doing a bunch of research, you may see the CISSP come up in some Google searches or something like that. Don't go for that. Those are for the senior level engineers or IT professionals that have been in the field for a little while. Just stick with the Security Plus, the SSCP, maybe explore, some cloud, because that's just really, really sexy right now. So you can go for the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner or the Azure Fundamentals, which is the AZ900. Any of those would be great. Pursue those in addition to the Security Plus or the SSCP, and start looking around for jobs that will accept those types of roles. If you're not seeing anything, continue on with the next thing. You can watch my videos. I'm going to be talking a lot more about these certifications. Also, if you are already there and you're not finding any luck with finding jobs, comment. Let me know. I read the comments every single day. I do respond as much as I can. Usually it's daily, but sometimes it takes me a little longer. But just comment. Reach out. Join the Discord server. I'll post the link down below. You can always find me on there. I get pings on my phone while I'm working and all that. So happy to help you out in any way I possibly can. Anyways, I digress. Going back to the point here, if you have a degree in something else, do not go after the cybersecurity degree. Just pursue certifications. That's all you need. And in addition to that, maybe pick up some labs, do Hack the Box, learn some pen testing, or go find an internship where you can gain some experience. You do that, having the experience and the certifications with a random degree of whatever you have, that's totally fine. You should be okay. Now, let's go ahead and speak to those that maybe don't want to go to college at all. And there's a couple different reasons why you don't want to, and I respect that. College is not cheap. It's very, very expensive. And I, for one, actually still have some student loans that I have to pay off. I don't blame you for not wanting to go down that route if it's because of the financial expense or anything else. I will say this though, what you'll be getting out of having that degree with, the opportunities, the salaries and what have you, it is worth the journey. And if you are looking for a cost-efficient bachelor's degree program in cybersecurity, I do have a recommendation. I'll be posting a video talking about the best cybersecurity degree program that I have ever come across, and it does help you with both the degree requirement and the certification requirement. So be sure to check out that link. Anyways, if you do not want to go to college, that's fine. You don't have to. Will you have a more difficult time getting a job? You might. There's a lot of employers out there that do not understand the skills in cybersecurity. They know that they need a cybersecurity engineer, but they don't understand what a cybersecurity engineer does. And so when you have on your resume that you've done these elaborate tasks, like let's just say you secured an entire enterprise architecture, you came up with the entire plan, and you secured microservices in the cloud, that this cloud environment also integrates with their hybrid on-premise infrastructure that uses VDI and all this fancy technical jargon, they're not going to get it. They're not going to get it. You know what they're going to look for? They're going to look on your resume for a couple of items. One of them may be a degree. The other one might be certifications. The other one might be a couple years of experience, and they're going to look for certain titles. They're going to look for security and the titles. They're not going to be able to understand the description of what you did while you held those titles, while you were in those jobs. So because of that, you may have a hard time getting past the gatekeepers of these companies, the recruiters, and they're just not gonna. I mean, you could be a knockout person, like just a really awesome cybersecurity professional with no degree, and you just won't get looked by certain people because you don't have the degree. So it's honestly pretty sucky. And for that reason, I would say it's nice to have it so that you can get past the gatekeepers and you have more opportunities available to you. But do you need it? No. There are going to be a lot of people out there that aren't going to care as much. They might look at the certifications and say, oh, yes, well, this person has the CISP, or this person here has the CEH. That's good. That works here. According to the hiring manager's job description, it says that is sufficient. So we're just going to go ahead and push them along and see how they do in the interview process. That's fine too. So you will have the possibility of getting jobs. You don't need to worry about having a degree, but having the degree plus the certifications just means more opportunities for you. Let's go ahead and jump into my screen here. I'm going to share my screen. I want to show you some job listings. that we're going to be able to kind of depict what will require a degree versus what doesn't require a degree. And you can get away with just having certifications. So let's go ahead and hop over. Okay, so here we are at Indeed's website, and I'm going to hop over here to the search bar, and I'm going to search for cybersecurity. And for location, I just put remote. That's partly because with COVID, most things are remote. Also, with the nature of cybersecurity, a lot of the jobs can be done remotely. So let's go ahead and start looking around. So first thing that pops out to me, this is actually new, Cyber Threat Hunter. That seems pretty interesting. Let's see what they are requesting. So qualifications. The ideal candidate will have a strong background in cybersecurity with time spent as part of cyber threat intelligence team. For the qualifications, they want a bachelor's degree with 8 years of experience. Okay, that sounds almost like a senior position, to be honest with you, but who knows? I mean, that's a lot. So not seeing a salary range for this one, but they want 3 to 5 years of professional IDE and incident response. So intrusion detection and incident response type role, collection and processing of analysis and indicators. So this is like cyber threat hunter / SOC, security operations type gig here. You need to be able to understand some. So I guess this would be like a senior security operations role. They want somebody with a bachelor's degree with 8 years experience, and they're not saying that you can negate the bachelor's degree for just more experience. Sometimes you see that, sometimes you don't. So in this position, I would have to say that my guess is going to be that they're going to probably want to see that bachelor's degree, and they may not consider candidates without it. So you may have a hard time unless you have a plethora of experience and you just seem like you hit the nail on the head with every other requirement except for the bachelor's degree. Let's hop over to Tiffany Co. This looks like a pretty general one. It's just an IT security engineer, and let's see what they're looking for. So lots of details there on the job, but we're going to go ahead and jump down to required. This is where I always start with. I always want to know what the required components are, and then I'll go look at their nice to haves if they have any. So for required, this says to be qualified for this position, one must possess a college degree and 4 to 6 years of relevant experience in a large enterprise, 5,000 employees or more with 500 servers or more. So honestly, not too large of a place, even though they say that's large. I don't consider that too large because this could be virtual as well, the 500 servers. But the 4 to 6 years plus the 4-year degree, that seems like a pretty hard-pressed requirement there. So in this case, I would say that Tiffany is probably looking for somebody with that 4-year degree. Is that going to be required? Absolutely not sure about that. Like I said, some places will consider you even though you don't have the degree. But my guess is that they're probably going to want that degree. Now, here's a VP / CISO role. I can almost guarantee that this is going to require that you have some kind of college degree. Let's go ahead and scroll down. So, job responsibilities. All right, skills, education, and additional information. 4-year university degree or college diploma in the field of information security, computer science, information systems, business, or related field. Okay, so you see this right here? It says information security, computer science. So we got IT, business, what? Or related field is required. Okay, so this right here, this requirement right here tells me that whoever wrote this wasn't really, probably not the hiring manager, to be honest with you. I know this is a leadership position. This is VP, Information Security CISO, but the fact that they're giving CISO to someone that maybe doesn't have an IT degree says to me, well, that's they would have to have a pretty strong IT security background to get away with just having a business degree for something of a CISO. CISO is like the top dog or one of the top leaders in an organization for cybersecurity, for the cybersecurity program. So that's a little surprising to me, and they just kind of threw it in there. They appended it right at the end, which is kind of odd as well. But regardless, going back to my initial notes, you do not need to have a IT or cybersecurity degree in order to be a cybersecurity professional. And here's one of those primary examples. You can have a business degree to get a job at Cancer Treatment Centers of America, and just make sure that you have relevant certifications and experience in every other area. So, I mean, for this one, they want 12 years or more years experience in information technology, information security, risk management, yada, yada, yada. So you have a degree with 12 years experience. You need to have, some knowledge on, HIPAA and PCI, and you need to have some certifications like these. Professional security management certifications such as the CISSP, the CISM, that's the Certified Information Security Manager, or the Certified Information Systems Auditor, the CISA. These are some of the certifications that they would require in order for you to qualify for that role. Let's go ahead and hop down to junior pen tester. What are they looking for here? So this is a pen testing consulting company, or a consulting company that does pen testing. And for the ideal candidate, they want somebody that has experience with a tool called Burp Suite, which is a web application penetration testing tool. They want somebody that understands web applications, that understands some networking, that has some understanding of mobile applications, and 1 to 3 years experience with pen testing, and an entry-level pen testing certification. This could be the CEH, it could be one of those, the EJPT, which is an e-learn security certification for pen testing. You can go for one of those and still qualify, but you can see here, no college degree required. So not necessarily going to be the case. And this is for junior pen testing roles. So if any of you watching this are looking for an entry-level cybersecurity gig, you might want to go and check out Candence Consulting Corporation, because you might actually find a pretty good gig there. Let's go down here. So Worldwide Technology is looking for a cybersecurity consultant, kind of like what I was doing at Deloitte, it looks like. And we're going to jump down to qualifications. All right, here we go. So they want 5 to 10 years of cybersecurity experience with an emphasis of networking and systems administration. So let me just quickly note here, the fact that they're starting off with the technical experience says to me, this isn't really about the degree. This seems to be more about them having a viable consultant that can go in and do the job. So let's continue. So you need to have experience with networking and system administration. You need to have understanding of identity and access management. Here's some tools that they'd like you to use, which are very common in the field. Okay, so here we go. A minimum of a bachelor's degree in computer science, computer information systems, information assurance, or related field is required. Okay, so they do say it's required. That may not be necessary, because if you have that really good experience, they may not care so much about the degree. They do have preferred qualifications or certifications, so the CISSP, CISM, CRISC, at least one of the comparable skills and experience. So there you go. They do say they require it, but there again, it might be worth applying and seeing if you can get the job anyways. Okay, so going down a little bit, so let's go ahead and see an associate. Okay, so this is our mid-level, and they actually give us a salary, and this is for Indeed. So we're looking at $85,000 to $105,000 a year. Let's see if they require a bachelor's degree. So I'm going to scroll down, and hold on, I think I missed it. Where we go? Okay, so who you are. So the ideal candidate, right here, they say a bachelor's degree or bachelor's of science degree in computer science, engineering, computer security, information systems, or related fields, or comparable level of professional experience. Now, bachelor's degree is 4 years. So if you have 4 years of professional experience, Indeed will consider hiring you. Granted, you know what you're talking about, you have the relevant experience and the things that they're looking for, like Elk Stack or Splunk or some type of SIM solution, some programming language and other relevant details that they're looking for in their job description, their responsibilities. And that's for $85,000 to $105,000 a year. So you could be making 6 figures a six-figure salary without having the bachelor's degree requirement met. So there you have it, folks. That's just one gig. So notice here, a lot of the gigs did say they required having a bachelor's degree. And here, I think we found one or two so far that said they would, the company would consider opting for somebody that just understands or has the relevant professional experience versus actually having the college degree. So there again, you will have a harder time if you don't have a college degree, but totally not impossible. And obviously you can make a pretty nice salary for yourself even if you don't have the degree at hand. All right, everyone, I hope this was helpful. In this video, we definitely did get to see that, going after the degree can be worth it, but totally not impossible. You can get away with having a very nice salary and very nice opportunities for yourself working at some of the biggest corporations out there without having the college degree requirement met. And you definitely don't need to have the college degree be in cybersecurity. It can be in anything else. Just make sure you get the certifications and that you have the experience, that you get some sort of experience there. And if you don't have the experience to meet the job that you're trying to go after, maybe go after another job where you can get the experience, where they don't want so much experience up front. Maybe they just care about the certifications and they're willing to give you a shot. Go there, get the experience, and then make the hop over. Try for that bigger corporation that you're trying to get that gig at. I did this and it did work for me, and I know it's going to work for you too. Anyways, if you have any questions or thoughts, please leave them down in the comment section below. Be sure to check out the links in the description. I have my link to my Discord server where you guys can reach out to me. I'm on there 24/7 pretty much. And I have a lot of people out there too that are just they're communicating. They want to engage with other individuals who are trying to grow their career in cybersecurity. And there's a lot of great conversations that happen in that field. So check that out, check that server out. And also be sure to find me on Twitter. You can find me down at, I'll put a link down in the description, but it's just Monarch and it's written in leet speak. So I won't go through the hassle of telling you how to write the handle out. I'll just put a little thing here on my screen and you can go find my profile down in the link below. Anyways, I hope you guys stay safe. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next video.